Okay, so now we're going to use a knob to select the color of the pixels here. So we might even keep it moving, but let the knob choose the color for it. Okay. So let's try a very usable subroutine for our pixels. I'm going to call it set pixel. So void set pixel, and let's see. I want the pixel number. So int pixels. I like to put a z at the end of my subroutine so I don't collide with global variables. Int. Let's do a byte. Byte. No, we'll do an int. Sorry. Int colors, comma. Let's do long unsigned uh, fades. There we go. Okay. Oh, oops, not a semicolon, a curly. There we go. Okay. So if we call this function, it needs these three values, right? And so it's going to take those values. And let's say we're going to make. Okay. So we're going to use a strip dot set pixel color, and we need the pixel number, right? So that's pixels. And then we're going to do a strip dot capital C color HSV, hue saturation value. Okay. So the color here, I'm going to use 1023 because that's what we're getting from the pot, right? So what I can do here is the maximum value of the color is 65536, right? Well, that's there's 600, there's that many values. It's 0 to 65535, but this is a total amount of values there are. And then the value from the pot is 0 to 1023. So there's 1024 values. So 65536 divided by 1024 equals 64. Okay, that's a nice even number. So what I'm going to do here with the colors is take this colors times 64. Okay, so as I turn the pot up and down, it's going to go from red all the way back to red. Okay, so you guys remember the color wheel? We can go to NeoPixel Uber Guide. There it is. And let's take a quick look at this while we're talking about this. So go to software, library use, scroll down, and there's our color wheel. Cool. So it starts at 0 right here, right? And as it starts going up, it starts turning yellow, green, blue, purple, back to red. So red to red. So when I say the value goes from red to red, I don't mean like from right up here to a little bit down here. I mean like the other way, all the way through the color wheel. Okay? And yeah, the maximum value is, well, it's 65536, which is a 0 on this scale because it overloads it. And then yeah, 8-bit for saturation between colors and grayscale. So inside here, this is a saturation right here, right? Between being gray or actually having that full color. And then we have the brightness. So this is a typical way to use strip.color HSV, hue saturation value. Okay? So let's take a look at this. So we need three things: the color, the hue, which I'm going to leave at 255, and the brightness, I'm going to leave at fades. Okay? And we're going to modify this just a little bit because I don't like linear fading. It looks bad. So now instead of setting all this stuff up, I can just say strip dot, or I guess it would just be a set pixel. So what's our delay? Delay's in pot right now. I'll do a delay of 50 here. Okay. And so we're going to set that pixel. Oh, instead of a set pixel color, we're going to do a set pixel, which is our subroutine here. Set pixel. See, that'd be pix because it's currently moving by itself still. Let's see, pixel comma color, which is pot. and then brightness, which we'll leave at 255. Okay. Let's see if this works. And so, why did I write a subroutine for this? I could have just written this up here. I'll show you why in a little bit here. But there it goes. So now it's yellow. So as I'm turning it, it's red, right? Red to yellow to green, or yeah, there's green right there. So I'm turning this knob, and it's changing colors all the way back to red. So red to red. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. That is somewhat obnoxious. There we go. So now it's just changing back and forth. So this is a very usable subroutine here. So I just tell it which pixel, what value of color between 0 and 1023, and the brightness. There we go. That's a little less obnoxious. Okay. So now we've got a subroutine started. One thing that I really like to do on these things is set the fade to be logarithmic, which is why we did long unsigned. So I'm going to take fade right here, and I'm going to multiply it by itself. There we go. Nope. Fades. And then we need to bring it back down to scope. So we need to do a fades divided by equals 255. Okay. And it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but I'll try to show it to you here. So on this set pixel, I'm going to go back to just, I don't know, 512, whatever color 512 is. And this will be pot divided by 4. So it's back between 0 and 255. And I'll start dimming it, and we'll be able to see like how it actually looks. Maybe the camera will show it, maybe it won't. But as a human, with my human eyes watching this thing, it actually looks way more natural. So now I turn it down, and I turn it up, and it keeps getting brighter and brighter and brighter. So I feel like I have a lot of control. So as I'm turning this, like, okay, it's all the way off, right? And then I've got a nice long ways, and it's getting just a little bit bright. Now that's halfway, right? And from there, it's getting a lot brighter. There we go. So I like the scale a little better here, but if I were to comment this out, there we go. And let's take a look at how this reacts, because it's not going to react too differently. It's just, and the camera might not pick it up. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay. So now I turn it up just barely, and now it's on. And then here's a quarter of the way. Here's halfway, right? So it's like almost all the way bright at halfway, and there's full brightness. And so you're really missing like half that range up here. You don't see much of a difference from this point. So I like to keep it logarithmic by setting that. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Now colors, we don't want the colors to be going over 1023, right? If we do, then it's going to overload this, which might not be an issue because it's going to jump that. Huh. Uh, other subroutines, other things we write might not work like that. So I'm going to do colors percent equals 1023. That way, instead of our value bigger than 1023, okay, it's going to go 1023. Once it's supposed to be 1024, it's going to go back to 0. 1025 is 1, 2026 is 2, etc. Okay? So now I'm going to have this go rainbow. So instead of this color of 512, I'm going to have it do, let's see, what are we doing here? So 1023 divided by LED count, LED underscore count. Let's see, times pix. So it should go from red all the way back to red, right? Let's give this a try. I think I need one more. Yeah, one more parentheses here. Yeah, do I? Oh, I'm just adding parentheses for fun, it looks like. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, I did add a parentheses for fun. Cool. Okay, we're going to hit upload. And now it should just go through the colors here. All right, so now it's going between all the colors here. And I still control the brightness, right? Brightness is all the way down. Brightness is all the way up now. But it's changing through the colors from red all the way back while it's purplish. Then it's turning it into red over here. So if I were to make this sort of a loop, might make a little more sense here. Cool. So hopefully you're keeping up. If you have questions, just ask them, and I'll try to respond to them in the comments. Uh, we're gonna get a lot more complex like this. Try to keep up. But yeah, that's one more things to control with the knob and a cool little subroutine we can use. And we can do a lot more things to this subroutine to set the colors. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.